Now, this particular mistake can cost you the name of your business, and that's why I need you to pay attention to me. So many business owners have a name, or they are using a name that is actually not their business name. And what does that mean? It means that some of them are actually using a brand name that has not been registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, not to talk of trademarking the name. CSC registration allows you to be able to, at least to an extent, protect your name or the name of your brand. If you have a name that you so much cherish and you so much desire, the first thing you are supposed to do to be able to protect the name is to get the name registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Once that name is registered, you have a certificate which is called the CSC certificate, either with a BN number that is for a business name or an RC number for a company. So whatever the case is, you would have the name to have been protected. Now the next stage of protecting that name is to carry out what is called the trademark registration. Now trademark registration allows you to be able to protect or give a kind of copyright on your name. So that way you'll be able to trademark the name and be able to get the name protected from anyone who intends to use that name for any malicious activity. Protect that name so that someone else will not take that name from you. That name is special to you, or that name is your nickname or your village name, does not mean someone else somewhere is not actually using the name. In fact, let me tell you this story. I've seen a situation where a client came to me and told me that, oh, they want to register this particular name, that this name is very special to them, is their name, that nobody would have used this name for registration. I said, okay, no problem, send me the name. When they sent the name, I went through the CSC search.csc.gov.ng, and I discovered that this name had been used by so many people. In fact, we couldn't get that name reserved. We had to look for alternatives to those names. In fact, let me bust your bubbles. The next story I'm going to tell you is actually a very funny one. Now, I've seen a situation whereby someone wants to register a name, and they told me that the Lord gave them this name from a vision. It sounded so as if it was a revelation, and I was just laughing because of my experience. And at the end of the day, I discovered after they sent the name, we noticed that that name has already been used up. So you might get that particular name from a revelation or from a dream. It doesn't mean that the name has been protected. All you need to do to make sure that the name has been protected is that once you get it, reserve it with the Corporate Affairs Commission to protect it for the next 60 days, or complete the registration and get a certificate to prove the registration. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.